Hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word. Today it's a little unusual. I just got finished doing a bike ride, and I'm actually putting this out today. Usually I record it a few days ahead of time, but this week has been weird. So anyway, I'm recording it now, and it's going out today. We are continuing. It's called Jumping into Judges, and we went through several of the beginning judges. Now we're in Gideon, and we yesterday we talked about the prelude to Gideon. Today we are talking about Gideon following the Lord. So this is chapter 6 of Judges, Judges 6 verses 11 through 24. And we're going to break up Gideon because it's a large story and there's a lot of implications to that story of Gideon. So we're going to break it up into several sections. So today we are covering chapter 6 of Judges, verses 11 through 24. So hopefully you have your Bibles and you can follow along as I'm reading here. It says this: the angel of the Lord came and sat down under the oak tree in Orpha, and that belonged to Joash the Abiezrite, where his son Gideon was threshing wheat in the winepress to keep it from the Midians. When the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Now, first two verses there, let's stop there for a moment. Where is Gideon threshing wheat? You would think he would be on the threshing floor. And usually that was like on the top of a hill, and you would toss it up in the wind. It's kind of windy right now, actually, here. You toss it up into the wind, and then the chaff would be scattered away, okay? You didn't thresh it into a building because there's no wind there. Well, that's what he's doing. He's doing it in the wine press, which is an enclosed area, and he's doing it there. That's that's kind of ridiculous. That's like me bringing a pocket knife to a gunfight, but that's what he's doing, and he's doing that to keep his the food he has that he's preparing, keep it from the Midianites so they don't see it. So if they're always looking around and they see a guy on top of the hill threshing wheat, they're like, oh, free food for us. So he's doing it in the winepress. So remember, people are living in fear at that time from the Midianites. And so Gideon is one of them, and he's threshing the wheat in the winepress, okay? And then the angel of the Lord comes to him and says, in verse 12, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Verse 13, "Pardon me, my Lord," Gideon replied, "but if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? Where are all his wonders that our ancestors told us about when they said, 'Did not the Lord bring us up out of Egypt?' But now the Lord has abandoned us and has given us into the hands of Midian." The Lord turned to him and said, "Go in the strength you have and save Israel out of Midian's hand. Am I not sending you?" Okay, so the Lord is telling him, first of all, he addresses him as mighty warrior, and he's anything but a mighty warrior at first there when he's threshing wheat in a wine press, because he's, kind of chicken there. And then now he said, go and fight against Midian. I'm giving them into your hand. Verse 15, "Pardon me, my Lord," Gideon replied, "but how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family." The Lord answered, "I will be with you, and you will strike down all the Midianites, leaving none alive." Gideon replied, "If now I have found favor in your eyes, give me a sign that it is really you talking to me. Please do not go away until I come back and bring my offering and set it before you." Okay, you're going to find with Gideon, the Lord is going to give him many, many signs. And this should be enough right here, that the Lord is speaking to him. An angel appears to him, and then, it's the Lord speaking to him and saying these things. But he doesn't, he is like, let me make sure it's really you. It's going to get even worse, okay, later on there. But for now, let's look at verse 18. "Please do not go away until I come back and bring my offering and set it before you." And the Lord said, "I will wait until you return." Gideon went inside and prepared a young goat, and from an ephah of flour he made bread without yeast. Putting the meat in a basket and its broth in a pot, he brought them out and offered them to him under the oak. The angel of the angel of God said to him, "Take the meat and the unleavened bread and place them on this rock, and pour out the broth." And Gideon did so. Then the angel of the Lord touched the meat and the unleavened bread with the tip of his staff that was in his hand. Fire flared from the rock and consumed the meat with the bread. And the angel of the Lord disappeared. When Gideon realized that it was the angel of the Lord, he exclaimed, "Alas, sovereign Lord! I have seen the angel of the Lord face to face." But the Lord said to him, "Peace, do not be afraid, you are not going to die." So Gideon built an altar to the Lord there and called it to the Lord is peace. To this day it stands in Orpha of the Abiezrites. So what happened there was Gideon, he said, I want proof. And he brought this sacrifice out, and then the angel of the Lord touched it, and it just poof, just like that, consumed it. Okay, just with the tip of his staff, it was consumed and burnt up. That should be enough right there. Just this exchange, even the exchange before that, with an angel appearing and talking to him, that should have been enough. But he goes on and says, "Oh, I want more proof," and so he went and goes and gets the sacrifice. And then after he sees the angel, completely obliterate the sacrifice with fire, then he goes, "Oh, Lord, it is you." And he's afraid now, like he's seeing the face of the Lord, that he's going to die. But in verse 23 it says, "But the Lord said to him, 'Peace, do not be afraid, you are not going to die.'" Okay, so then Gideon built an altar. This right here is basically Gideon's conversion. He's come to faith in God, and he's going to be following God, okay? His faith is really, really weak, though. You're going to see, it starts out here really weak, that hopefully if we would have a sign like that, which we have signs like that all the time, but if we would have a sign like that where the Lord is speaking to us, okay, we would go, "Oh, wait a minute, the Lord's speaking to us," and then we wouldn't need a sign after that, okay? We wouldn't need, "Is it really you, God?" We wouldn't have to say that, each time. But Gideon will continue to do that, okay? And you'll see his character gets worse, as he does that, not trusting the Lord completely. But he does, this section here, he does make that commitment, and he builds an altar to the Lord at this point. So that altar, that's a point in his life, and it shows everybody that he is now following the Lord. That place was all filled with idols, okay? His father's house, that's what we're going to be talking about next. His father's house had a bunch of idols. But he comes in and he witnesses the Lord, and then he makes that life change. So anyway, that's just an example. He built an altar right there. That's his change. Thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking the Word. We'll see you tomorrow as we continue our journey talking about Gideon as we are jumping into Judges. We'll see you then. Lord's blessing to you. We'll see you then. Boop.